Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I am playing an ABCD J4 deck game. And ABCD, of course, AB are the base cards with the 2016 edition. And I believe they're expansions to A and B, and then C and D are also expansions in the form of some, like, you can get some models, like I think it's made by WizKids. You get like 24 cards and a bunch of like meeples and stuff, and then we're playtesting the expansions, which are the J4 cards. So different format than normal. Um, Field Caretaker. When you play this card, you can turn 3 clay into 3 grain. This card is a field. That actually looks pretty good. Stone Buyer. When you play this card, you can buy exactly 2 stone for 1 food. You can buy 1 stone for 2 food. Even just doing it once, 2 food for 2 stone is not bad. Hey, Midi Loblysim. Small Animal Breeder. Before the start of each round, if you have food equal to or higher than the current round number, you get 1 food. Yeah, I mean, 1 food per round is not bad. Each time another player renovates the stone, you can pay 2 food to build a clay room at no additional cost. Furniture Maker. Play this card, you get a wood. Each time after you play an occupation, you get 1 wood for each food paid as an occupation cost. That's a way to get a ton of wood. And wood is really good. Domestician Expert. 2 sheep between each pair of orthogonally adjacent rooms. No thanks. Begging Student. Take a beggar. At the start of each harvest, you can play 1 occupation without playing an occupation cost. So Begging Student plus Furniture Maker looks really good. Except that you don't pay occupation costs. What do I like here? Oh, I didn't look at these cards. Freshman. Each time you get a bake bread action, instead of taking the action, you can play an occupation. And Forest Trader. Each time you use a wood or clay accumulation space, you can also buy exactly 1 building resource. Wood, clay, reed. Freshman looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a way to play occupations. Although I think I like Begging Student better than Freshman just because it takes like no work. Um, hmm. All right, let's look up what people have said about this card, because I'm sure that's something that people have discussed. Where's the rules? Oh, we don't really have them in here, do we? I can look up, what is it? Freshman is the name? Yeah. Freshman and Lazy Sow. So, okay. Each time you decline an unconditional sow action, without any baking improvement or any other means available to bake a grain, even though you cannot, you still refuse the action. Ruling. Okay. Um, Placing a person. Using an action space means first placing a permanent. Yeah, and I already said, hey, this is a bad ruling, but whatever. Where a caretaker could come back plus freshman, that would be pretty good. Am I able to view comments on it? Alright. That seems like an awful ruling, but I like begging student too, but I think freshman, if there's a lot of crop strategies, I'm interested in trying that. When you play this card, if you have at least 2, 4, 5 unplanted field tiles, you get 1, 2, 3 vegetables. That looks pretty good. Each time it is your turn, if there are 1 or more spaces with 5 goods on them, you do not use any of them to get a vegetable. No. For each field tile that another player places next to an existing one, you get 1 food from the general supply. That's kind of interesting. So every time someone else plows, after their first one, you get a food. Forest Review or Sewing Master, no. Forest Reviewer. You get some read. Maybe. I don't know. How much do I want read in this game? When you play this card, you get 2 wood. After each route, you can build or play 1 improvement for 1 wood less. Furniture seems kind of interesting. Seatmate. Yeah, I like Weakling. No, I like Lieutenant General here. I think Potato Digger seems good, but getting a whole bunch of incidental food seems pretty good at the end of the game. Okay, Stone Importer. Buy 2 stone for some food. Okay. Housemaster. Total the point values. The smallest value counts double. You get bonus points for building majors. That looks pretty good. I like the idea of building majors. Greengrocer. Start of each round, you can make exactly 1 of the exchanges. I can buy a grain for 2 food. That looks pretty good. Time another player uses stone accumulation space, you can choose to get 1 food or build a stable without playing wood. Yeah. Casual Worker, I think, looks pretty good. Roof Baluster is kind of interesting. Housemaster looks like a point ceiling card, and I think point ceiling cards are pretty good. Casual Worker is a point ceiling card, like you build 4 free stables. Like, yeah, it seems pretty good. I think I like 4 free stables ahead of Housemaster and ahead of Roof Baluster. Bell Founder. In the returning home phase, if you have at least 1 clay, you can use this card to discard all of your clay to get your choice of 3 food or 1 bonus point. So I think this card is really good. You just need a way to get 1 clay per round. Stock protector. Each time before you take fencing, you get 2 wood. After that fencing action, you can place another person. No thanks. Roof examiner. Play this card. If you have improvements, you get reeds. Whatever. Pet grower. Whenever you take an animal accumulation, if you don't have any animals in your house, you get a sheep. Looks okay. Each time you use the fishing, you can pay a wood to get some food and a reed. I think Bellfounder is pretty good. I am interested in a card like Bellfounder. Then I'm really looking for a way to get incidental clay. Yeah, if you know, I know clay delivery man's not out there, but if I could get something similar to clay delivery man, or maybe a card. There is that resource buyer card that I can buy a clay for 1 food whenever I use like certain accumulation spaces. I mean, even 2 clay to 3 food is acceptable. It's not great, but it's acceptable. Clay over round, yeah, right. So hopefully I can get some good miners. Alright, what came back here? So begging student lets me play out my occupations. This resource recycler looks pretty good, but the thing is it comes late and it's difficult for you to get to stone yourself. So forest trader. Forest trader basically says whenever I use a wood accumulation space, I can pay 1 food to buy a clay, and then I can turn that clay into 1 point each round. Or I can turn that clay into +2 food. Surprised begging student came back. I'm surprised resource recycler came back. Yeah. Interesting. Bellfounder doesn't have the bonus point symbols up here now. The layout of the card is different. The bonus point symbols up here rather than at the bottom. I assume this meeple person refers to the deck that it's in. It's in the WizKids deck, which had the meeples in it. It actually looks like they have a little code to tell you what the card does. Like, this card gives you food, so we put a little food symbol there. So Sewing Master plus Freshman actually makes a patron combo, because I can go on Sew Bake even if I don't have, like, I don't agree with this ruling, but apparently I can use Freshman to go on Sew Bake to play a free occupation, while then Sewing Master would get you 2 food. So probably can take Sewing Master. Weakling, I don't think so. I want to use stuff with goods on it. I mean, incidental read is good, and if I want to do a big house, getting it would be really nice. Seatmate. Use the action space. that's kind of interesting to me, but it's only twice. And if you miss on one of them, then it's like the card's not really worth it. Food is a good. So like traveling players and stuff. I like the idea of playing a lot of occupations. So I think I'm going to take Sewing Master here just for the patron combo. Start of each round I can buy stuff. Greengrocer. Stone Importer. I can buy stone. I think I'll take Organic Farmer here. Greengrocer, you like Greengrocer? Thing is, I have no way to get excess, and with Greengrocer, I kind of want to get excess of stuff. I think I like Organic Farmer here. With Organic Farmer, I feel like I can go for a bonus point game where I try to max out my Bell Founder, try to max out my Organic Farmer. Greengrocer is 2 sheep per veg. I would take it for that alone. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't have any way of getting vegetables. I don't have any way of plowing easily. I'm going to take Organic Farmer here. The other thing is I build stables really easily, so it should be really easy for me to hit a 4-point Organic Farmer because my 4 stables are free. This card didn't load. Got a broken image on it. Nice. Miner Woodcart. Royal Wood. Are you say? Oh, you're saying that's a good card. I see. I got to figure out what this card is, though. I can look at the comments. And it says it's Animal Tradesman. ID equals undefined. Okay. So I just have a dead card here, apparently. It's Miner Woodcart. Okay. Is Woodcart the same in this set? A, B, C, D? Woodcart in AG2. Changes to miners. Okay, and it's in C and D. So it's the same card. That makes sense, MIDI lol. But then why wouldn't the image be working? That's weird to me. Calcium fertilizers, no field tiles. Each time you use a stone accumulation space, you have to play it before you have any field tiles, and then it works later. Okay. Winnowing fan, 1 reed. After the field phase of each harvest, you use a baking improvement, only to turn exactly 1 grain into food. Okay. Crack weeder, 1 wood. When you play this card, get 1 food. For each vegetable you take from a field, you can also get a food. Hardware store, wood and a clay. After you use day labor, pay 2 food total to buy 1 wood, 1 clay, 1 reed, 1 stone. So the day labor space becomes a wood, clay, reed, stone space. It's probably not bad. Earth oven, vegetable, blah, blah, blah. Return to fireplace, wood cart. Farmyard manure. Each time you build 1 or more stables in 1 turn, place 1 food on each of the next 3 round spaces. Start of these rounds, you get the food. Works with my casual worker. Royal wood. At the end of each turn, in which you use the build rooms and or build stables, action space, or build an improvement, you get 1 wood back for every 2 wood. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, gardener's knife. Immediately get 1 food for each grain field you have and 1 grain for each vegetable field you have. Yeah, royal wood looks quite good. Now, I'm not planning to use a lot of, pay a lot of 2 wood miners or improvements, but if it only works on 2 wood rooms, like that's probably enough. It's probably, 4 wood for 1 miner improvement, which is fine. Loam pit. Well, there's day labor combo stuff. Food basket. 2 occupations, 2 improvements. Pay a reed to get a grain and a vegetable. That looks pretty good. Baking course. Whoa! Baking course plus freshman. Does that work the way I expect it to? End of each round that does not end with a harvest, you can take a bake bread action. And it gives you a bake bread action. Yeah, that looks like the pick. Ravenous hunger. Immediately after each time you use the take 1 vegetable action space, you can place another person on an accumulating space and get 1 additional type. Fine. Kettle. 1 3 grain for 3 4 5 food and some bonus points. Looks fine. If you play this card on the major improvement in space, you get 4 food. Otherwise, you get 2 food only. Newly planted field. When you play this card, immediately plow 1 field, which needs not be adjacent to another field. Oh, nice. Let's break the game. Yeah, breaking the game is good. Woodcraft. Each time you use a wood accumulation space, if you have at most 5 wood in your supply, you get 1 food. Yeah, baking course is the pick. I do like Loam Pit. Yeah, and there's also that combo out there, but baking course is going to give me a ton of actions, so. Studio. In the feeding phase of each harvest, you can use this card to turn exactly 1 wood, clay, stone into 2, 2, 3 food. Fine, I guess. Work permit, 1 to the current round for each building resource you have, and place 1 person on that corresponding round space. Oh, it's like a guest. Right, this is the card that's a read for a guest. Okay, in the future. Family-friendly home, 1 occupation. Each time you take a build room action while having more rooms than people already, you also get a family growth action and 1 food. So you build room once, and then the second time you build a room, you also get a family growth action. Seed pellets. Each time before you take an unconditional sow action, you get a grain. Each time you use action space, on round space 8 to 11, you get an additional food. No thanks. Stone clearing. 1 stone on each of your empty fields. Harvest them during the next field phase. Haven't seen a way to plow a whole bunch. Family-friendly home is kind of interesting. The question is, do I get enough read to make that work? Because I need to get read a bunch of times. I guess with my royal wood, it's a really good reason for me to build 3 rooms. I'm going to try this family-friendly home. Midilal says seed pellets. Doe Academy says Grace Fountain. I'm going to go for family growth actions. Telegram. 1 to the current round for each fence in your supply. In that round, only you can place a... In that round only, you can place a person from your supply. Okay, I see. So once you've fenced, you can... It's another guest action, but it's a guest that has to come out of your family members. During scoring, you get half bonus point for each pair of grain plus vegetable you have, rounded up. This could be pretty good, but again, I don't have any crop support yet. Randomly select an occupation. Either play it for an occupation cost of 2 food, or place it... baking sheet. Each time you take a bake bread action, you can use this card to exchange 1 grain for 2 food and 1 bonus point. Cattle market, boring. Luxurious hostel. During scoring, if you then have more stone rooms than people, 4 bonus points. You can use only 1 card to get bonus points for your stone house. Yeah, looks great. Really good reason for me to play family friendly home and try to go for 6 rooms with my royal wood. You like baking sheet a lot here? The thing is, I actually have to take the bake bread action, and I'm gonna decline the bake bread action a bunch. Thing is, I don't really have a way of getting grain. Doe Academy. So I think I'm going to take Luxurious Hostel and go for a big house here. Like, I really don't have any crop source yet. But I have ways of building a big house, and I have reasons to build a big house, so yeah. For me, this game is all about building resources. It's all about getting enough building resources to build a big house. It's all about getting enough building resources to pay for a nice bell founder. It's all about getting enough building resources to have a max 4-point organic farmer. That's the play here. Big stone house, 5 or 6 rooms, 4 pastures with 4 stables in them, 2 or 3 fields. That's the game I'm looking at. Not many points for crops. Oh, Fiscus posted the definition, or it looks like the rule book. I have just a bonus point, so... I mean, I have bonus points here. I have 2 sources of bonus points. Luxurious Hostel and Bell Founder look like they're going to be good. So, okay, let's make sure we totally understand this freshman plus baking course combo. So baking course is a 2 occupation prereq. And it says at the end of each round that does not end with a harvest, you can take a bake bread action. And freshman says each time you get a bake bread action, instead of taking the action, you can play an occupation without playing an occupation cost. So, yeah. The way I'm reading it is once freshman and baking course are in play, at the end of each round, I get to bake bread, or I get to play an occupation for free. So, yeah, that's amazing. So, freshman, I play first, then I play Sewing Master, because Sewing Master says each time after you use an action space with the sew action. So, like, I'm going to go on Bake Bread, it has Sew Bake on it. I get to trigger Sewing Master getting 2 food, then I have my 2 occupations, so then I can play Baking Course. And Sewing Master will be very low impact because I'm not planning to go back and sew a whole bunch of times, but whenever I use Plow Sew, I get 2 food. Anytime I use Sew Bake, I get 2 food, so it's something. It's not great, but yeah, each non-harvest round, that's right. For how tough it is, 4 bonus points. Yeah, so I mean, if you consider that a person is worth three points, then you're really just saying don't do family growth even without room and pay 2 wood, 2 clay for 1 point, which is bad, sure. But I think I have a pretty great incentive to go for a 6-room games here. What's going on here? Looks like we're waiting on people. Play this card, you get a food for each vegetable. No. No, not Gardener's Wife. Wood card is probably playable here. Because I will want a bunch of wood. Earth Oven. No. So the only other thing I'd consider is farmyard manure. Because of... I expect to trigger it, 3 or 4 times with casual worker. But usually the casual worker gets used towards the end of the game where the food over the round is not that impactful. So I'm going to go ahead and take wood cart here. So royal wood plus wood cart should be a way to get a bunch of wood so I can build a bunch of wood rooms. Do we have any grain cards? No, we do not. Not a single one. I'll be right back. Oh, I'll do this pick first. The fact that this kettle lets you do 1 grain to 3 food at any time, like, that blows any other instant grain conversion cards out of the water. Like, I can't believe this got printed. I think I could take Food Basket here. If I don't take it, Textile might not take it, so... Wood for 2 food with food chest. I don't think I want to do that. Now, Ravenous Hunger, pay a grain, but then take vegetable, and then immediately place another person and get an extra good. So that would be like cattle or whatever. But I think that's a lot of work. I'd rather just take the Food Basket here. The read cost is kind of annoying, but... Whoa, there's seed pellets. Oh, also stone clearing. So stone clearing could actually be really key if I am going to try to go for a stone house. Sometimes you can run out of stone at the end of the game, so playing a card like Start Player Stone Clearing and getting, 2 or 3 stone could be pretty impactful. Am I likely to hit 3 fields? I don't know if I'm going to hit 3 fields. I think I'm going to take stone clearing here. I think this is the kind of game where Food Basket is going to be 1 read for 4 points. That's the way I'm going to look at it. So Fiscus is first. We start second. Let's pull up Woodcart here. Is Woodcart? Oh, there it is. Alright. We'll have that up so that we can remember it. Fiscus plays private teacher. Each time 2 occupation. For 1 food each. That's been changed. Yep. That was not the case before. So Bake's not out, so I'm not interested in playing freshman here. I am very interested in playing Reedstone Food. I'll be right back. I need to grab a drink. Door Academy says these decks are so whack. Totally agree. We'll take 2 wood. Don't think there's any reason to do anything else. So let's look at these cards that my opponents played. So Furniture Maker. 1 wood for each food paid as occupation cost. Yeah, I think that card looks quite good. Whoops. I think that card looks quite good. Hey, let's nerf every card in Agricola and remove so many. Take the points out of cards with lower resources. I think the goal was that a lot of people complain about Agricola being too hard, that it's too like cutthroat, and I think their goal was to alleviate that feeling, which for me is honestly part of the appeal of the game. I like that it's really hard and cutthroat, but Porter, whenever you take at least 4 of the same resource, you receive 1 additional resource and 1 food. Okay, that looks pretty tough to make work, but anytime you get a 4 wood action, you're happy. So there's So Bake, so we're going to get our combo going. There is Reedstone Food and there is 2 Reed, but I want to get my Bell Founder and Forest Trader combo going, so we're going to go ahead and play Freshman here. And let's look at the last card. Fiscus played Porter and Fiscus played Brushwood Collector. So we know Brushwood Collector. I think it's the cards are being designed with a different end goal in mind than what we're usually looking for. So that's what I try to remember. So here's my freshman, and so then second action, go on So Bake, play Sewing Master, and then afterwards get +2 food. And then in the next round, I can start player baking course, play an occupation. If only we had popcorn or grain cart. Yeah, grain cart would be really good in particular, I think. So here's my sewing master. And here's storehouse keeper. Storehouse keeper played by Textile. Quatinins plays studio. So turning a stone into 3 food. It's a nice conversion, honestly, for a miner that also gives a point. Very nice conversion. So I'll read stone food or 3 wood. One of those two. Oh, Fisk is going to first action start player. Whenever you play improvement, including this one, you get 1 food afterwards. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Read stone food. Yeah, it's kind of weird, especially when you could have triggered your porter. Fiskus could have triggered porter because there's 4 clay there. Oh well. So we want to major minor play our baking course. Harpooner, sure. Looks like Textile kind of needs wood, but no, Harpooner seems playable. I've got the Book of Mormon soundtrack stuck in my head. I keep singing to myself, just turn it off. 3 wood would be nice, but I guess if I don't take 3 wood, there's a chance Textile passes 4 wood and 6 wood, in which case I'd get 4 wood. And I think probably playing this baking course is worthwhile. Especially because I want to get it and royal wood out before I build a wood room. Let's announce an Auk here. We'll go ahead and play Forest Trader. Which is the card that lets us buy resources whenever we use wood or clay accumulation spaces. And then in round 5, we will play Bell Founder. Actually, you know what? I think Bell Founder occurs before, because it's returning home phase. So Bell Founder, I actually don't get to use Bell Founder in round 5, so that's good to remember. I'll go ahead and take 3 wood here. And I will not buy a clay yet. I'll try to buy a clay in the future. I should take wood before the end of round 6. If I'm not taking wood before the end of round 6, something has probably gone wrong. Oh, I just realized Luxurious Hostel and Woodcart both trigger Royal Wood. So making it even more worthwhile. So yeah, definitely thinking 3 wood rooms, maybe 4 wood rooms. If we do 4 wood rooms, the only question will be, can I get up to a stone house? Quatenance plays Furnisher. What's the difference between that and Furniture Maker? Oh, it's the occupation, right. And then Furnisher is whenever you build an improvement, you can play an improvement. Or build it whenever you build a room, you can play an improvement. 2 read or traveling players? I think we take 2 read. Yeah, 2 read seems fine. Feed 4. I guess I could have gone on So Bake and played an occupation here, but I don't know. Missing out on 2 rounds of Bell Founder seems worth. It's fine to gain an action over missing 2 rounds of Bell Founder, I think. Oh, I should start player Royal Wood there. That's what I should have done. Oh, I go second, so I don't know. So 4 wood with my first move, buy a clay. Fiscus took the 4 wood, so I'll take the 3 wood. I need a way to play minor improvements. I need a way to play Royal Wood, Family Friendly Home, Woodcart, because if I grow with Family Friendly Home, I'm not getting minor improvements while I do so. Pretty sure Fiscus will start player here. Yep. Calcium fertilizers. Sure. So I'll go ahead and play my Royal Wood here. And then at the end of the round I play Occupation Bellfounder. Here's my Royal Wood zoomed in. No, I don't want to update. Not right now. Quatinen's triggering his Harpooner. Sure. Auk. Can't use it this round. The returning home phase is before the end of round phase. Okay, so we'll definitely build a room here. Quadrant's have 1 read or 2 read in his supply. Okay, so I don't have to build a room with my first action. I can do something else, like read stone food. Reed stone food or 3 wood. I think we'll reed stone food here. Like I've said, we need a lot of reed, and we need... Yeah, we do need a lot of wood as well. But I mean, Royal Wood says our rooms are only 3 wood and 2 reed each, so... Oh, I should look at Fiscus Minor. Changeover. Anytime if a field has exactly 1 good on it, you can discard that good and immediately take a sow action limited only to that field. Changeover is not an unconditional sow action, for example. And then Textile plays Stone Buyer and buys the stone. Look, probably going to build a stone oven, I would imagine. So interesting, Textile actually used the expensive occupation space because it lets them turn an extra food into a wood, which could be relevant. And then Fiscus playing Adoptive Parent, so they get to adopt next round. Fiscus kind of needs a lot of food next round if they're going to adopt, but that's okay. We're going to let ourselves get past 6 wood, so we'll go ahead and build a room here and get 2 reed back. And then we'll turn a clay to 3 food. So what we want is Quatenins not to take 2 read here. We want Quatenins to be greedy, so that next round we can first action start player family friendly house, and then second action build a room family growth. That's what we would like to have happen. Quatenins building a fireplace. Oh no, because they're renovating. Nice. Nice. Alright. Well, we're gonna pass 6 wood, which sucks, but we're gonna family growth this round, so family growthing seems reasonable compensation. Oh, I should announce my awk. Sorry. Casual worker. Fiscus plays woodcraft. Why do you get a food? Oh, junk room, of course. Casual worker does look like a strong card. Go ahead and announce family friendly home. Yes, it does seem like a strong card. And it got passed all the way around to me. So Fiscus could build a room. They do have that option. But if they do, I don't see how they feed. So I think we're okay. I guess there's 3 food traveling players. But if they block our room space and we take traveling players, then they're going to starve. So it seems like we can do that. So I haven't triggered my Bell Founder as many times as I would have liked, but I mean, it's hard to argue with how good this is going to go. So another 3 food or 3 wood, 2 read room. I'm going to family growth, get a food. We an hour in already? Oh man, this has been a slow game. Actually, the game speed's been fine. It's just that the draft took a long time, maybe. Alright, we get the first move. 4 wood looks good. 4 wood, buy a clay. Well, worker doesn't work on fencing, right? Yeah. Textile gonna family growth here. Family growth winnowing fan. You can use a bake action, but only to turn exactly 1 grain into food. And it's not considered a bake action because it's a fan action. Just kind of random. Quatenance does have clay supports. Alright. Well, we don't get to family growth again this round. But we should be able to family growth next round. We just have to make sure we get enough food. But I mean, we have the clay, so 1 clay this round, 1 clay next round is basically all we need to do. We could build the well here. But I could build the well with my last move, or I could also take 3 wood. But I think Reedstone Food for now is good. Reedstone Food gets us our reed for the build room action. Did he remove? I think he only removed 1 wood. Oh, furniture saves a wood as well. Yep. I should maybe start player woodcart with my last move. Although building the well is kind of appealing. Well plus, 5-6 room stone house, gonna be pretty strong. Each time before you use the fencing action space. Okay, sure. I don't really know if that's worth a card, but it's definitely something. Also note that Textile did the expensive occupation space again. So obviously confident that he has more than enough food that he can pay a food for a wood as a conversion, which is interesting. Very interesting. Fisk is playing the 3 clay fireplace. Okay, so I'm not building the well. So go ahead and play woodcart. So where's my wood card? I had it out earlier. I can actually take it from the deck. Oh, I need to pay one more wood. Because it's 3 wood, not 2 wood. Task Artisan. When you play this card, each time a stone accumulation space appears, or on a round space, you get 1 wood and a minor improvement action. Okay, so whenever the next stone action comes out. And then he also is playing Vegetable Slicer. Each time you upgrade a fireplace to a cooking hearth, you get immediately 2 wood and 1 vegetable. That's fun. Fun card. And then we'll play our occupation, Lieutenant General. So Lieutenant General says when other people plow, I get an extra food. So we'll go ahead and take 6 wood here. Pay for a clay. Quatinen's gonna first action build a room here. Ooh, they are. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So I don't get to family growth this round. Well, I could just family growth regularly. Or I could grow later. So I want to build rooms anyways. So if I grow here instead of next round, I gain an action. So I gain whatever I would lose from having to build a room. So it's like action neutral for me to family growth here. Assuming I don't starve. Assuming I have enough food to do so. Which I do have the clay. And I need to pick up some other way of getting food. So I could just family growth play food basket here. Seems fine. And then my last action can be for food fishing. And if not that, could build a joinery. Actually, yeah, joinery is probably actually pretty great for me this game, considering I have wood card in hand. Oh, I took the 6 wood, but then didn't actually take the wood cart. Wood. And then textile built or plow. Textile plowed a field, so I get a food from my lieutenant general. And then what do we do here? 2 reed probably, so we can keep building rooms. See, clay to 3 food. Whoops. Yeah, I think I should build the joinery. I think I should build the joinery ahead of building the well, actually. Because with wood cart, I should get tons of wood. So even though I'm going to spend another 6 doing this, and I'm going to spend 1 on luxurious hotel, luxurious hostel, so that's 7. And then I'm going to want to spend 15. So I only need 19 total, or sorry, 22 total wood. I'm at 12. So 10 wood is 2 3 wood actions with wood cart, and I'm probably can do better than that on average. Oh, I have no food in my supply, so I can't actually buy a clay right now. Well, I'll read stone food. Read stone food, and then maybe, or take 2 clay. 2 clay is pretty bad. Yeah, hopefully read stone food and then 2 wood. Read stone food, 2 wood, plow a field, I think. Spend 9 says, I need advice on a draft. Head of the family versus field watchman when you have baker's oven and no baker kitchen and baker's bakehouse. Well, actually, I think Field Watchman doesn't actually play Baker's Kitchen that well. I like Baker's Oven with Field Watchman because it's free and you can do it on Family Growth. I think Field Watchman actually has a hard time getting enough stone to play Baker's Oven and Baker's Kitchen. Or sorry, to play Baker's Kitchen and Bakehouse. So yeah, I think Field Watchman is really good. I think Head of the Family is also good. Head of the Family is probably better in a round 7 Family Growth game, but I think Field Watchman is one of the strongest cards in EIK, so I'd probably go Field Watchman. Quatinins Reedstone Foods. Reedstone Food has been extremely hot. Yeah, head of the family is really good when you get the first fireplace and family growth comes late. But I think it could be not that strong otherwise. Like it's strong, but it doesn't. The what you gain, you also give up a lot to your opponents by freeing up the family growth queue, which is a problem for sure. Um, should I plow here? No, I think I'll traveling players so I can take 2 wood. And then maybe plow with my last move. Get a food on Tetstyle's plow. And then Quatenins is playing Earth Oven. Okay. Do you need a plow if you take Field Watchman? No. No, usually you don't want to plow if you take Field Watchman. Because you can't afford the wood. So the thing about Field Watchman is your actions become extremely efficient. So usually with Field Watchman, my goal is to get 2 or ideally 3 grain fields sown as early as possible. If you can make it work in stage 1, 3 grain fields in stage 1 can just be pretty monstrous. But sowing in stage 2 is good as well. Let's buy a clay here. Plumber. Each time after you use a major improvement action space, you can take a renovation action paying 2 clay or 2 stone less for the renovation. So this card is very similar to the Renovator card, except it has the added benefit of uncoupling yourself from the from that space, from the renovation space. And then clay to 3 food. So I think this round I will build a room, and then I will plan to build a room again next round to get my 5th family member. Quatenins does family growth baking sheet. Alright. Ciscus played Cattle Market. Oh, with the card that lets you do something when a card is revealed. Sure. Sure. So yeah, I'll take Reedstone Food if it comes back to me. Fisk is probably going to reno with this action as well. I'm at the point where I can almost fence 15. I probably can, actually. I probably don't need any more wood. So I have 25, 15 goes to fencing, get 0 back. I have 10 remaining. Pay 5, get 3, get 2 back. 7 remaining. Pay 5, get 2 back, have 4 remaining. Pay 2, get 1 back, have 3 remaining. So that's enough for 3 successive 3, and I have enough to convert with my joinery each round as well. So that's good. Should I start plowing? I should probably start plowing. Fencing should be safe. Although reedstone food is appealing because I do still need more reed. Yeah, reedstone food. Ted Style says 25 wood, quite a bit. I'm saying it's not enough. So, yeah, I need reedstone food 2 times more. Or, well, I could also buy stuff from taking clay. That's also an option. So Style's going to start player food basket, which is kind of annoying, but not a big deal. That's what I get for passing it around. I should probably plow. Although I do want to build a room and fence. I want to do those things as well. Quatenins builds the well. Oh, blocking build a room. Yeah, Quatenins has gone on build a room once per round, which is pretty annoying. But that's okay. I'm not too concerned. I've monopolized the wood in the game. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. I'm a little light on points from my miners, but yeah, so are my opponents. Fence 15 here. Do I need to fence with this move, or is there some other move I could do? I think I like fencing here. So what's my last move here? I could take clay and not convert with Bellfounder. Quatenins plays Chief Forester. Whenever you use a wood accumulation space, you also get a sow action for exactly 1 field. Okay. I could take 2 reed here. Probably 2 reed is good. 2 reed could be the Basket Maker's Workshop. It could also be just the reed that I need to renovate to a stone house. And you know what? I like the reedstone food space because it forces people to take stone accumulation spaces. Yeah. 2 clay to 3 food. Wood to 2 food. Feed 8. Clay, wood, 3 food, feed 8. Yeah, Textile's got nice points. They're falling behind on the rooms, and they're falling behind on um, number of actions, but they got a breeding pair of boar and cattle and 3 sowed fields already. So they're having quite a nice game. Although Plowsow was really bad. They really wanted Family Growth to come out, not Plowsow. So I'll take probably a pair of boar with my first move. Assuming they come around, which they should. Yeah, Fiscus won't take the boar. Quatinen's playing Loam Pit, Clay Pit, Clay Pit with a 1 food cost. Because Clay Pit was just so broken before. I guess it's trying to reduce, like, Clay Pit was just an automatic play. Like, there was no downside to playing it aside from the cost, the opportunity cost. But there was really no downside to it because it's just a free point, even if you never activate it. So now it's saying, well, if you're planning to never activate it, at least you got to pay a food for the point. So I don't know. That's fine. Should I plow or should I take the boar? I think the boar are going to keep coming around, so I think I should plow. Because if I don't plow here, it's going to be really difficult to get the second plow. I also have to think about renovating. I'd need to make sure I renovate to a clay house in round 13. I actually should almost go to renovate this round. But the problem is if I renovate this round, then I'm not building another room. So I think the fact that we have Plumber here for Fiscus should give us time to get the renovations we need. And hopefully we're going to see Textile renovate this round. That's what we're hoping to see. Because Quatinen certainly will want to go for a stone house with their 5 rooms. I assume Fiscus will want to with their plumber. But Fiscus can do that on major minor. So hopefully, if Textile renovates this round, then hopefully Quatinens and I can share the 2 renovations remaining. Take a pair of boar. See, what are they doing? They are renovating. Nice. Nice. Renovating, playing, occupation or minor improvement, gardener's knife. Get 1 food for each grain field and 1 grain for each vegetable field. Nice. And then they are going to want to bake those grain. Quatinen's going to start player hardware store. So it's got a pretty... Oh, they're playing... Oh, can you stop building 1 room at a time, please? Please stop building 1 room at a time. It's driving me crazy. Hey, Fiscus just renoed. Excellent. Okay, so that means I can share the remaining actions with Quatenens. I think I probably need to take clay here. And do I? Let's get a stable. Could just take a pair of sheep. Pair of sheep seems fine. So if I don't take 4 clay here, and someone else takes the clay at the start of next round, I would be really screwed. However, the only reason someone would take the clay is to build the pottery. And is Quatenens going to build the pottery? Maybe. But I don't think they'll take clay first. They would build the pottery first, I would think. But there is a chance that I could get really screwed over. I think I take the wood and get the clay here to convert one last time. Buy clay, convert. And then I can just build the stables manually, and then the remaining stone grabs can be worth food. Or it's wood for joinery. Both of those are acceptable. And then Ock. Organic farmer. Alright, so all my Ocks are now played. What is casual worker do again? Oh yeah, this is the stone guy. Yeah. Oh, we were really nice to Textile, by the way. Super nice to pass around start player in this round for no work. Really nice of us. So I have to first action take the food, definitely, and buy an extra clay. And get a food from Fiscus Plowing. So I think I probably won't build rooms twice. Probably what I do is I build 2 rooms at once, and then I can luxurious hostel on family growth in round 14. So build 2 rooms and then reno. Yeah. Ooh, Textile is going to go for another reno action. So that means I need to start player. I could start player stone clearing, for example. Quatenens is going to start player. Beautiful. Okay, we're happy to see that. Unless they're building another room. If they're building another room, I'm going to scream at them. Okay, good. Alright, so we just have to be ready for first action. We just have to be able to first action reno. So we should assume Textile will get ready to reno themselves. And Quatinins probably can't reno if I take 3 stone. So I should probably just take 3 stone. 3 stone and then build 2 rooms and then reno. And I can build 2 stables myself. With all this crazy wood in the game, I'm definitely going to have a good joinery action at the end of the game. So this hasn't quite gone according to plan. The fact that Quatinins has built 1 room 4 times has kind of been maddening. But not much I can do about that. One stone for 2 food with stone buyer. Sure. Are they going to reno this round? They are going to reno this round. Okay, so if Quatinins has that occupation that lets him buy a stone for each room he has, I'm in trouble. I forgot about Stone Buyer. I guess if I had remembered Stone Buyer, I would have been more likely to play around it, I guess. So, yeah, if Quatinins does day labor to get a read, and then plays that occupation for 4 stone, then we're in trouble. So we'll build 2 rooms. We'll build 2 stables. So I get 7 wood back. So now if anyone takes 2 stone in round 14, I get a food from it. Yeah, there it is. There it is! I am really irritated. This should not be a card. At least you have to pay a food for each of them, but... Yeah, I forgot about Stone Buyer. Totally forgot about Stone Buyer. Big throws. Big throws. Because I could have renoed earlier. Well, I'm going to have 6 stone that I don't have any use for. So, should build the pottery or basket maker's workshop. So if I build the basket maker's workshop, I should take 2 reed here. Wait. It's 1 food per room, right? 1 additional food total. I thought it was 1 stone per room. Oh, jeez. Oh, this sucks. Take 2 read. Build the Basket Maker's Workshop. I don't think I have anything else to do at the end of the game here. Should be 1 food per room. 1 food for 6 stone is just so dumb. Yeah, Quatenon's just really wrecked me this game, unfortunately. When they built 1 room at a time every round is just, yeah, really frustrating. Because I should have grown. I should be at 5 people. I should have been at 5 people earlier, and if I was at 5 people earlier, then I can actually win, because I can actually get to a stone house. I get a grain because of Fiscus plowing. So what's left to do? Reno Basket Maker's Workshop. Probably taking clay for some food. Um, what should I do here? I do need to pick up some food. So picking up 6 clay is food. Taking wood is taking food. Because taking wood I can buy a clay. Yeah, so I'll play Basket Maker's Workshop. I eat a reed. I eat a wood for 5. I'm not even going to hit 5 family members. Yeah, I'm not even going to hit 5 family members. Just how sad this game is. I could family growth here and play cattle market, but cattle market's not even worth a point. Luxurious hostel is not worth a point. So I think I get just as much from taking wood and buying it, or taking. I don't have to take wood. I could take clay and buy a reed. No, because I'm going to eat a reed either way, so I should take wood by clay. You know what? I can't even take a wood by a clay. Oh, I can raw eat a grade, sure, to buy a clay. So 2 reed, a clay, and a wood to feed 8. So Housemaster here for Textile. 2 7 points. So this card is worth 3 points altogether because you double Fireplace. Oh wait, no. It's only 2 points total. Point values. The smallest value counts double for this scoring or for... I'm not sure how that works. I don't think so, because this is an independent math action. It's not actually changing the point value of Fireplace itself. Because this is saying explicitly how you're going to get bonus points. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Housemaster is only worth 2 points. Yeah, Intet Style agrees with me. Okay, so I have whatever I score plus 4. So that's a pretty disappointing finish. Should have been a really good game. The game was going well, but I only score 44, so that's too bad. This should have been a higher scoring game. That's really disappointing. Fiscus ends the game with 21 points. Like, if I lose the game and there's a player with 21 points, like, they did not interact with my opponents enough. Thing is, my game was actually pretty minimal interaction. The only time that I interact with other players is around the renovation space. Otherwise, my game has pretty minimal interaction because, well, it should normally have minimal interaction, but then Quatenins decided to build one room 4 times in a row. Which is like, oh my god. Oh, Earth Oven is worth 3 points. Yep, so looks like Quatenins wins. Yeah, Quatenins beats me by 2 points, and that's without me having my 5th family member, and without me getting to stone, and... Jeez. Jeez. 0 points from Bell Founder. Oh my goodness. Oh, man. What a game. Uh, 340095. So first pick freshman here. Banking students power 3.9, and these guys all ignored it. And I ignored it too, to be fair, but they have pretty similar effects. I think Lieutenant General, I'm surprised its power is so low. This card is really interesting to me. Casual Worker seems quite strong. Although in this game people avoided stone like the plague, but that's because stone came late as well, and there were cards giving stone in the game, which is not always the case. I think Bellfounder is probably low. This card seems pretty good too. Like, even if it's a clay for 3 food per round, like obviously I had a combo, but I mean you value combos higher. Forest Trader seems pretty good. Sewing Master, I did it for the combo with Freshman, I guess. And then Organic Farmer, fine. So yeah, Royal Wood seems good. Baking Course was obviously amazing for me. Food Basket, power 4. I wonder if that's messed up by the fact that it's a passing minor. Family Friendly Home, I took over Studio, which is Studio Power 3.2. I think Family Friendly Home is probably pretty good, but yeah, it was not good for me in this game. Then I took Luxurious Hostel, which didn't do anything for me. And I took Woodcart, which was quite good. I took Food Basket, which was good, and Stone Clearing, which didn't do anything. So, well, that happens. Anyways, am I going to do another game? What does Kristen normally host? Yeah, I'll play with Kristen. So what I am going to do is I'm going to end the stream here and bring it back up. Yeah, I'm going to go join Kristen's game. So, if you're watching live, refresh in about 30 seconds. And for the rest of you, hope you enjoyed this little video. There'll be another one shortly. See ya.